Took a little break. I was on Instagram. Maybe that wasn't the best place to start the speed metal militia. I'm wondering how much I've been infiltrated or not. But yet again, it's just a fucking Instagram chat. We all know that the speed metal militia is real life. Anyways, I said what we should all do is we should read the book of Revelations from the Bible and then upload a video of our thoughts about it to the internet. I'm doing it here on YouTube, and I'm going to do it on Instagram. I got me there, we're at Revelations 2:7 on page 992. Whoever has the ears, let them hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. To the one who is victorious, I will give you the right to eat from the tree of life, which is the paradise of God. To the church in Smyrna, to the church in Pergamum, to the church in Thyatira, to the church in Sardis, to the church in Philadelphia, to the church in Laodicea, to the throne in heaven. That's what? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. The scroll and the lamb, the seals, the 144,000 sealed. What could that be? 144,000 sealed? You know what? This is 7. This one really interests me right here because, like I said, I've prayed so much that, like, angels pretty much talk to me. And I've talked to St. John. I wish I had a red letter edition right here, but I'm wait, no, this one has some quotation marks in it. So maybe this one does have some of the word of Christ, but it's a little hard to understand. And especially because if anyone knows anything about Revelations, St. John had a dream and then he wrote it down in a book. And it was specifically about Christ, you know, coming back and just doing his Christ thing, telling people like some prophetic visions and, or some, a vision of clairvoyance, or a clairvoyant message. There's two different types. I separate them by clairvoyance versus prophecy because I'm a prophet. And maybe I'm only a prophet when I'm in Gnosis. Then if I'm not in Gnosis, why am I even going there? Here's the thing. I'm thinking out loud because, to me, thinking is just praying. I've hardwired my brain to, do this stuff, so I also hardly ever talk out loud, my thoughts anymore, because, well, shit, society's kind of ground me down. I really needed to listen to that damn Motorhead album. Fucking Iron Fist. Don't let them bastards grind you down. Them sons of bitches got crocodile tears in their eyes. And know what the worst thing is? There was a couple times in my life where I was a guy who was looked at as a son of a bitch with crocodile tears in his eyes, because the crocodile tears were the only tears that could come out. It's almost as if, I'm tearless. I don't... You know what I mean? Because, like, shit, I've cried. I actually had to go away to fucking cry. I was pretty sad. But, like, I don't know. Should I cry? Ooh, that made the ear ring. This time it was my left ear. It sounded more in the center, and it was a more middle-pitched tone. Of course, now there's just this ambient static. Well, it's not static, but it's that ringing. I love it. Because when it's there, I know God's there. I know. And I know so much that I'm in Gnosis. Anyways, we're going to get back to the point here. I was going to read we're going to read the 144,000 sealed, and I will explain afterwards. Hey, I'm busy right now. I'll come out when I'm done recording a video. Or, I'm sorry, I gotta keep up the actions right. Vidya? YouTube Vidya? Enough with the damn Vidya games. Fuck. I should probably play Pokemon sometime. I think I've earned it. I haven't played my Pokemon game in a while. It's been like over a month. Yeah. Anyways. You know. Like. I'm trying to make a Pokemon joke here, and I can't think of, like, an actually funny one off the top of my... Maybe because, like... if there was only another way I could explain it, because... words are the only way to do so, but y'all are so nitpicky about your words that I have to walk on eggshells with what I say. Because if I say maybe 2 wrong syllables, someone's going to flip shit, and I'm not shitting you. I know exactly what to say and how to prove it. You want to know? It's taught. All right? When I write THOTH, or even at this point I say just fuck it, I'm a mirror it all, and I say I write THOHT, that's taught. All right? You know who you are. The ones who have corrected me and sneered and said, it's pronounced Thoth. Hey, I just want to let you know something. All right? I've met the beautiful fucking Skepsy he is. But believe me, like, he's more like the Skepsies from the Dark Crystal remind me of Tot in a way. Although, not evil. Like, Tot is all good. But it's like, listen, I understand why actually, like, the most religious out there and, like, today's Christian don't get it, because I'm more spiritual than them. I believe in God more than them, because they empower an institution built by man to portray the Word of God, when I right now am receiving the Word of God, and I would probably explode on the inside if I didn't tell every living fucking soul, like, what God's trying to tell me to do. They're, like, overloading my brain right now, which is why I'm having a hard time keeping track, because everything is, like, listen, within, like, every 10 seconds, oh shit, it's blurring now. Ooh, wow, that, okay. All right. It's very funny how I'm 10 minutes into the video, And guess what? I haven't even read the 144,000 sealed, because it says, from the tribe of Reuben, from the tribe of Gad, from the tribe of Asher, from the tribe of Naphtali, from the tribe of Manasseh. Like, I'll look at this right now, and the way I was reading that, to me they all sound like demons. Like really fucking nasty ones. Maybe even like the top general. I'm not even going to read the rest of them. And, shit. Wow. Reuben. So I said I wasn't going to read the rest of them. I just did. Maybe this is why Saint John wants me to wants me to burn the book. Yeah, he wants me to rip this one up. All right, I'll rip it up. Anyways, so you see, I'm making a point because all of these books, they have been transcribed and translated as a mispronunciation, because like this is the only reason why they teach us to read. The only reason why we still aren't using hieroglyphics, and like we do have hieroglyphics today that are called emojis. I can say things with emojis. In fact, I can't wait for people to see what I do and actually get it. Anyways, that I remember before reading this aloud, and I looked at it halfway through and I was like, you know what? No, I'm more confused than fucking anything. And I remember that was exactly what I felt when I read Revelations the first time. Okay? I think that we're making a statement here because, well, shit. You know, the Bible was originally written in Koine Greek, but how can we get an original version of, like, the actual written word of the people who encountered Christ? Because each of these books, you know, was written by someone, all right? Like Galatians, you know? Who the hell wrote Galatians? I know someone out there knows. Corinthians. I wonder who wrote Corinthians. As well as, you know, like there's quite a few others. There's like the book of Peter. Or is there a book of Peter? No, Paul. You know, like, hey, which one was it that was thrown in jail by the Roman Empire for like, I don't know what the fuck they were doing back then, but like, you don't have the right religion. What are you doing here? And it was, yeah, in here, Romans 9:22. Like, there's somewhere in Romans where they're like, oh yeah, no, the governments are chosen by God and they do great things, so you should just let them be. Ain't that what it says? Some stupid, you know, fucking tread before the coward's heel, be the bootlicker. Like, I am a military bastard, all right? You know what's funny? Here in the United States, we respect veterans a whole lot, because, like, well, shit, I even feel bad if I was to say that, like, damn, if they did not sacrifice at least something, like, I taught who is talking to me right now says, you can say that heaven fell still with the words I just uttered. It's like that one hit them all in the feels. Yeah, no, this book is fucked. Mistranslated, it's been infiltrated. Like, it's time to schism again. We should just take control of the Catholic Church, God says. You know, he really likes, or all the churches of the world, not just the Catholic Church. Go, like, you know what? That doesn't have to be a violent upbringing. Who says so? Go schism and take control of your local church. Just go in there and let them know your fucking opinions, and like maybe even get up on like a podium and speak just randomly, or do something like it. I bet y'all who are watching this far into it know what I'm talking about. I bet y'all. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You know what? Maybe I have to give up the little heavy metal heaven dream for right now, and I guess I can advertise myself as a prophet. Guess what? Too many people think that this has Nazi connotations. All right? Too many people think that this means I'm a Nazi. I put them up in Fargo, North Dakota. All right? I was born and raised here. I want to start a super group that is going to be larger than life. And takes heavy metal past the extreme. All right? We're going to do amazing things in heavy metal's name. And yes, we are going to wear a uniform that looks Nazi-like. But instead of the swastika armband from the Fourth Reich, we're going to have the speed metal wheel made of Damascus steel as our embroidered or our armband. I want to get like a large embroidered patch that just wraps around your sleeve, and it looks like the Nazi armband, but instead of the swastika, it's got this six scythed or hockey sticks. They actually look like big fat goalie sticks. Yeah, around a ball. Listen, the swastika, for any of y'all that are still sneering and jeering at that, like, the hell? We all know it was a Hindu symbol way before the Nazis were ever around. Guess what? The speed metal wheel is another one of those symbols. All right? I've seen it up in heaven. This is like a very powerful symbol, and people are offended by it. Like, it's so powerful, God says it might as well be his face. That means that if you look at this and you're offended, shame on you. But if you look at this and you say, Speed Metal Militia, because guess what? It's the logo for the genre of speed metal, which is heavy metal but faster and harder to understand the words or lyrics. That's why we call it speed metal. And usually people think that it means it sucks and they don't like it. But there's a legendary band out there today called Devil Cross. They are probably the two best albums of all time. Like I'm telling y'all, it's hard to think of something that tops Devil Cross's This Mortal Coil and Condemned albums. They are more than blessings upon this earth. Those two albums are more than miracles. Those two albums. God has told me again. I remember last time he told me to say it. It was pretty funny, the reactions that people had. That's why I'm saying it on the internet. I want to see the comments and what you think. Go ahead, please. If you disagree, just like this video. Or if you like it, like it. I actually want engagement because we're the smart ones. Anyone who's around at this point, watching 21 minutes in, yeah, it's really, really good. Joe Steele, the bassist and vocalist, Trevor William Church, the drummer, and Brennan Whitworth, the guitarist. They perfected my favorite genre of music. It's hard for me to ever say someone perfected something, but I'll go ahead and say it. Those three. Hey. Like, there are words that just mean like the greatest thing you could ever imagine, but think of the greatest thing you could ever imagine times 1,000 or no, times like 1,000,000. All right. Like this is like amen in the highest degree. And that's what the angels are telling me. Fuck. I think it might be like Geronimo or something. Yeah. There's a lot to unpack here. All right. They want to take me, my grandfather he's talked about taking me to a mental hospital. All right. I really hope I can show them this. Great. This is what happens when I talk. When I talk, bad things happen. And like, if I were to just pretend to be deaf and dumb, yeah, people would be frustrated that like I didn't talk. But if this is how God is treated, then do you know what you must do? You must find a way to alter my body so that way I cannot speak. That was it. Because I can't deal with this. If I ever talk about God the way that God intends me to talk about him, and I get chastised like this, you might as well remove my jaw. Fuck it. You know what? I always thought that the elites from Halo 4 with their 4 mandibles were like really cool because it's like a squid, but like the mouth, it was like Predator, but better Predator. If you don't like me talking about God like this, you know, to where you're going to take me to a mental facility, just go ahead and do some fucked up like Angel of Death, Yosef Mengele experiment on me and see if you can't create an elite mouth. You know, cut my jaw right here, and then like right up here so they'll wait. I think the top teeth would definitely stay. I could just do these 2 that come out. It'd be like a human elite. I'd have these separate, like, think of like a snake able to unhinge its jaw. Because this is insulting to God. Like, my grandfather wonders why I told him that if he does not change, and my God, he should do it quick, he's just going to walk himself straight to hell. Might even get himself put there in a handcart. Because believe it or not, while that is a funny saying, it comes from a very real phenomenon where after people die, guess what? The angels actually swoop down like vultures to grab the newly freshened dead and take their souls in a shopping cart all the way down to heaven, or hell, I mean. I'm sorry. I just want to, they do that to me because I want to point out the fact that hell is actually divine. God created hell for Satan to have his command over. And if you don't understand hell or you're too afraid of it, don't be. Because if you're in hell, you deserve it. And you don't deserve any respect or pity until that penance is done. That's how it ought to be looked at from the esoteric mind for those who actually care about true word of God and Gnosis and the divine and forbidden knowledge. This is humanity's evolution. Hell is just divine prison or jail. No, not even prison. Hell is just divine jail. No, prison. Prison's a better analogy. That's right. You gotta remember to separate the two. There's a big difference between jail and prison. Jail is an institution. Prison is the one where, do you know how fucked up it is to hear inmates in the county jail say that they're excited to go to prison for 2 years, 2.5 years? Like, how could that ever be good for someone, I wonder? Oh, am I not able to upload this because I said what an inmate felt about his sentence? You know, I can hear my grandpa talking over there in the other room, and he's got a boomer mentality. But I am a zoomer, and you will fear my generation. Something is horribly wrong. Because if you're in jail, you should never, ever, ever want to go to prison. I have been homeless before, and then ended up in jail. It's a long story, and that was part of God's Job mission for me that I had to do. Even I wouldn't want to go to prison for a few years. So, take that with the heap of salt that, I'm dropping off in a giant Tonka truck. And guess what? Earning your, name in the book of life and being able to enter those pearly gates is a remarkably easy task. Like, it's not something you need to fret over. In fact, it's not something most people should even question. I mean, sure, if you really just want to question things to fucking question them, I understand you. I'm kind of one of those people. But sometimes we've got to be objective. Y'all ain't ready for the objective. I am, because I was told it. And there's way too much because, yes, God wants me to go schism, but I think of that and I do, well, They would like us to like have some like sort of occupy the church. Like everyone's just like, hi, we're gonna hang out in the most beautiful church in town for as long as we can, just see what happens. Um, and it's like a protest, similar to Chaz or Chop, but I believe done in a much better way. Um, Although I don't know what that is. Um, oh, and by the way, I already do know a way I'm gonna like protest the government if they ever do shit I don't like. And trust me, when I say protest the government, I mean do it in the right way. You know how I'm gonna do it? With Roman numerals. As soon as I feel like as an American citizen, I've had enough, I'm just gonna put on like every government forum or just hell, anytime anyone hands me anything to write and they need me to write numbers, I'm just gonna start writing in Roman numerals. You know what would be really funny if I did that now? Because it just sounds funny. It does. And like, that's an idea Loki just whispered in my ear. You know, I love him. Like, dude, God, he is. It's so funny how I could have ever considered myself atheist in my life. But that brought me here because, like, I came to my senses. I remember, you know, the joyous celebrations at rediscovering God. That's all you need to do. Like, life gets better for you. It really does. All you need to do is find God. Like, everything in my life is chaos right now. I don't know if I have made that point any clearer. Everything in my life is, for fuck sakes, chaotic. And, like, consider me the doomed Marine who survived, like, what was, like, some of the most bloodiest battles. I mean, like, there was fields of Verdun. Whew. Yeah. Or, like, maybe Passchendaele. I don't know. Shit, there was way more before that, too. But, damn. Maybe Iwo Jima, I don't know. I feel part of that with me. I'm frustrated that I know I'm not the only one, but to me it seems as if I'm treated as if I'm the only one. I don't get it. God made me an individual. I'm sorry that I'm so different from everyone else. And also, to me, I don't get why anyone would ever be put off by me. I mean, maybe sure, when I get angry, you know, a little pissed off. But like, hey, who isn't when they're angry or pissed off? And especially because I've been living in a tiny apartment with a dude, my own grandpa. He's not just a dude, he's my own grandpa, who is just angry at me. And I realized I came out here for a cigarette, but I forgot my lighter. Story of my life. You know how many times I've been up and down these stairs because I forget my fucking lighter? Usually I catch myself in the doorway, but like, this is different. Have I told y'all what I needed to tell him? They say I made my point, but like, I've missed a ton. And that's because like, I'm getting so much at once. And Like, believe it or not, this is possible for you. Each and every one of you. Anyone who's watched the video this far, you could be in my shoes right now. You could. Similar, and I mean like recording a video of your genuine, honest thoughts. Because whenever I actually speak my mind, which I've had to keep God on my mind way more than anyone ever should have had to on God's green earth. Like, if this is his earth, I shouldn't have to fucking think about him all the time when I'm walking around. Just be like, oh, it's God's earth. Pretty safe. But no, state of the world right now, it's like, think about God, think about God, think about God. It's like, I don't, I don't understand. If they were going to get me, why haven't they gotten me yet? I feel like I'm the villain, you know, but I'm not. I feel like they just see me as a villain. It's funny. I've actually gotten the entire place to freak out over my actions. I literally live my life. You know, you want a good accurate depiction of my life? It's like what's eating Gilbert Grape. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, like this right here. That's an angel with his hand on my shoulder, I feel. Of course I'll touch it. Like, these things are more than real. They are the only things that are real. Remember, the pyramid. God, family, country. Align those three in that order. And then guess what? If you want to go the extra 10 yards, you can add however many other pillars you want underneath it. It don't matter. Just don't put anything above God. That's about it. Hey, here. I'll show y'all another form of, well, I'll go ahead and consider this one chaos magic as well as some forbidden knowledge. These were some monsters I saw in nightmares. And notice I didn't say demons, because you don't need to give them that power. I mean, they pretty much already are, you know, a monster, a demon. What's the difference? Come on, especially if they're in your dream, like chasing you. I don't give a damn what they're fucking called. I don't like them. But actually, I remember having lots of fun in these dreams, because like, it was like Doom, but in a video game. Or a dream that was a video game dream, but like real life turned video game. Like, everything you wanted to see about your favorite Doom wad, but like in real life. I like to call the sky God's television, or his version of a TV screen, because it really is. Anyways, I put these two I drew a picture of them, because this happened when I was in rehab. I had two dreams where I had a hallway of horrors. I saw these things and like some other shadow entities in. And then this is a big fat gluttonous monster that has been tormenting me for some time now. But like, to me, I visualize it now as I put it on the paper and it can't get out of the paper. You know, this is where it is now. I've never had those nightmares again, ever since I drew these. And I decided to actually make them benefit me. I put them on my door in my apartment. So that way, it wards away evil. Think of it. If there's any like evil spirits coming through these hallways, guess what? They're probably going to see that and be like, and get out of there. You know, you could go ahead and argue with that, but I'm the guy who's like, if it's anyone's job to argue with God, it would be me or another prophet like me. And guess what? We do that. Like, I'm in Gnosis right now. Like, access to information is super quick. He says you do not need to do that. He says, drawing a picture of a scary monster and putting it on your door is a great way to ward away evil. Hell, get some bones. Get some, like, if you can't get, like, an actual snake, get an effigy of a snake. Put up some, like, actual, like, you know, them red, gate beams in Japan? Do those. Or, like, cooler, we can do some Western ones over here. We can make them look real nice. You know what? Just because I thought about that, Heavy Metal Heaven is going to have a very prominent gazebo. I just got a brilliant idea. And this one, I think I should write down. So, I was going to smoke a cigarette with y'all, but I recognize the social disturbance that I'm making. And I'm doing it with some strategic effort, I believe. Should be noted. Nah, we ain't ending this. Although I do want some water. Oh. Here, check it out. This is my water poncho. Love it. God is showing me what is that can possibly be, and like, damn, I'm gonna be honest. None of this would have happened. I mean, none of this would have happened if Devil Cross never released this mortal coil, or I mean ever released this mortal coil, and Condemned. In fact, they need to release more. Like, they stopped responding to me on Instagram, and these people have responded to me before. So I get that I can be misunderstood, like, damn near all the time. Probably was misunderstood by them. Now the grinding wheel is turning again, and I'm getting some more ideas. See, it works in real time. I love this thing. It feels like I'm drinking from like a horribly like phallic nipple that like should not exist. It is really funny. Just because like already the water bottles that had the squirt sort of you know that one kind of like nipple suction thing, the Gatorade bottles and whatnot. Yeah, like that was like the quote unquote wrong method of drinking. And it feels like even worse in every right way, drinking it out of a wineskin. I love this thing to death. This thing is another relic of mine. This one's actually in my possession, you know. Bruh. The bonsai speed metal wheel, eternally spinning from glimmering Damascus steel, eternal inferno. Like, this symbol, what you should think of it as is a, how would you say a motorized unicycle? All right? That's what we could turn this thing into. A motorized unicycle. This would be the wheel, and you just like sit on like one of them permanently, you know, upright positions, like gyroscope computer technology, because like all you need is like a lithium battery strong enough to power a computer chip that just makes it stand up straight. And like for the longest time in human history, people thought that was magic. And then like here we are in the 21st century with, oh no, I'm sorry, it's not the 21st century anymore. Fuck that. We're not saying centuries anymore. I don't give a damn about centuries because they don't really matter. In the year of our Lord, MMXXV, because today is what? XIXXIV MMXXV. I know I said I was going to do that for protest earlier. This is not protest. This was right here to signify how God is here. And also, it says cursing. That's a honestly stupid idea. If you think that's protest, that's very cute. So does that mean well, I suppose, because like now if I go, all right, I'm not gonna like do it on like legal documents or like anything where computers get involved, but to show I am a true believer in God, we're referring to it as the year of our Lord in Roman numeral. That's how we do it. And I remember saying that at Hell's Heroes 5. I am a prophet in Gnosis. The reasons you have to believe me and every word I say are phenomenally, like extraordinary. Like there is not even a conceivable word in our language, because like maybe if we had this word, we would be too powerful with our words that we weave, that we speak and utter. Basically what I'm getting at is I got nothing else to lose. My family does not respect me in the slightest, and tomorrow morning I'm probably going to a loony bin. That's how they've treated me. And I know that I am mentally sane. I've just seen God more than, I won't even say anyone around me, because I know two people that know God way more than a lot of people in my family. Who knows what's going on? I just wish we could all pull together and realize that we're not fighting each other here. The enemy is Satan and his minions, like the devil. Why would we ever consider fighting ourselves. Unless the ourselves, the humans, are worshiping the devil. And my belief is that through religion, we have been deceived in ways by the forces of evil to stray away from God. It's very evident that God is not on earth. You see, because more people would believe me when I'm in a state of Gnosis like this then. And North Dakota. And as well as sorry, so that I forgot my point because that's the way this shit works. Sometimes when I want to put like me in there and kind of get in the way of God, sometimes it's like, oh, what's with this then? What you doing? What the hell happened to my cigarettes? I could have sworn. How in the hell did I run out of cigarettes? Who smoked all my cigarettes? Oh wait, no, I think I left them in the truck. I was right. I thought that I had the full pack, but this was the empty one. And like, I'm a diehard smoker, all right? Look at this. You get my tobacco fix? Because tobacco is holy. God says tobacco is very holy, and you should respect the man who smokes tobacco, especially today, because we are ostracized and treated like second-class citizens, especially here in North Dakota. It is actually illegal to stand within 20 feet of a building, a window, or an AC generator and smoke tobacco. Or, yeah, that's it. Can't smoke a cigarette anywhere in public. With it, well, no, I'm sorry, not that, but this is it. This is only the beginning. And trust me, I'm not here to stir up any trouble. I'm here to change your minds and your opinions. You need to open your mind, because if you continue to keep your mind so small, you will have such a narrow view of the spiritual world that you are a part of, whether you acknowledge it or not. And this isn't even a believe in God thing. This is a everyone has to believe in damn near the same thing. The only reason it could, be a little different is just if you're talking about the same thing, just different words. And like, hey, if anyone understands why I remember Mr. Galstead in 6th grade, what was it, geography class? Why was it even geography? We hardly ever fucking learned about there was so much bullshit in that class. Like, the history we had to read. Like, if it was geography, we should have been looking at the maps, because that's geography, And like, they hardly ever gave us a good map. Mr. Galstead. That dude, like, I think about him. And I'm telling him the God right now in my head, because that's just the way I wired my brain to function. Like, he says a man like him is like a shining achievement, as to what, a true man of God should be. And just a good teacher, and just, like, I'm not, like, one of the greatest teachers, Mr. Galstead. I wonder where he is now. It's funny, because, I actually can, like, do that in life. And, like, we got social media and the internet now. But no one understands me and what I'm doing on it. So clearly y'all need an explanation. I'm here to enlighten the world, bring upon the new age of spirituality, because we ditch religion and we just believe in God, or whatever you want. Like, if you've got a different name for God, but you still believe that that God is the highest God of all gods, then guess what? That's it. That right there is like the biggest criteria for entering heaven, and like the hardest one for anyone to, like, guess what? Of all the people that show up at the pearly gates and like actually get denied and turned away and said, no, you actually have to walk down the mountain of purgatory, guess what? They ain't happy. Some of them have these strange, odd ways of looking at the world where, I mean, like, usually they find it funny and like they love it when like someone has like a cute misconception about the world, but there are too many like people that didn't even stray from their destiny at all, and they were just they misunderstood like a major criteria of being, you know, one of God's creatures. And I should not even be, this is what Saint Michael is telling me right now. He says I should not be disappointed by the negative reactions I have. Be glad I still have my life and my freedoms. He's done that for me. I know he has. As well as, ooh, there's two ninjas right over there. That just kind of took my train of thought. Sometimes that happens. And there's a car stopped right. What is that? That looks like a, dang, it's a nice car. I always wonder what goes on in other people's heads when they see me doing stuff like this, because I'm not gonna go over there and talk to anyone. Oh, damn, there's an afro? Shit's happening, all right? Probably because of me. I've been noticing stuff like this goes on all the time in my life, and it's because I'm living the way I'm living. No one should have a problem with the way I'm living, because I am trying to better myself, and I am failing because the world around me does not accept me. I don't get it. I don't see it. And the only reason why it's more clear to me now, and why I'm actually talking and filming this on video, in public too, by the way, is because I need to let it be known that, hey, I mean you no harm. I'm only here to help you. Like I said, if you think I'm delusional, or if you think I'm mentally ill, guess what? That right there is a surefire way to get yourself taken to hell in a handcart. So says the prophet of God himself. Because guess what? I'm the one here from God, tell the messages that he only trusts with me because, or anyone else. Yeah, not just with me. God does tell just me like stuff, you know, because it's a personal relationship. You know, I stand very close next to him. Very close next to him. Like, I don't ever want to like step away from God ever again, you know. I just want to stay there right next to God. And like, I look around me. First of all, I see no one standing with me next to God. Before there was lots of hustle and bustle at the other end. It's so crazy. I thought the ops were pulling up for a second. Like, the dude had an all blacked out car, and he was parked right up on the back of something. Like, that was some of the coolest shit I've ever seen. I'm gonna be honest. That was some of the coolest shit I've ever seen. I'm sorry if I disappointed y'all by my reaction and being crazy, but for fuck's sakes, blame Garnet Johnson and Danielle Lindemer and Jesse Lindemer. You know what? I mean, fuck. I'm an angry teenager. Well, 22-year-old. I'm not a teenager anymore. Fuck, I wish I was. But I'm an angry young man who has probably one of the best heads that could be attached to a neck. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, you ever want them to, like, show back up? Because, like, seems as if they're all watching me. It's just, like, quiet. Too quiet. I gotta upload this video to YouTube. There's more. And, like, there's so much in my head that I'm not saying right now, and that needs to be stressed. Damn. That was a truly magical experience I just had. See, when I'm being shown the greatest disrespect by my own kin in the face of God, because, like, I told him, like, God's here right now. Granted, I should have made it more apparent. And, like, maybe that's why, like, we don't get it, but, like, you don't understand. Anytime I talk to these people about, like, the true religion, because that's what it is, guess what? They all start to act like fucking heathens. That's exactly it. Like, I'm calling out my parents on this one. All right? I'm Gen Z, and I'm a military bastard. Never knew my dad. There's two rabbits. There's some superstition out there that says usually they're angels. I just like to, a rabbit's a rabbit, but can't we imagine them as something greater? You know what I mean? Anyways, I was going on to parents, something about it. Fuck. It's almost like maybe that's one of the ideas I should keep in my head, not tell anyone else. Because when I tell people the ideas in my head, I hate it how they all just, like, want to criticize me for it. I don't get it. Like, also, yeah, it should be noted that to be where I'm at in life takes talent. It really does. Because no one could put themselves in my shoes. I'm almost sure of it. Not in the same way. I mean, yes, people have gone through similar. People have gone through worse. People have gone through better. But my life feels like it's been a war. It is just today that I started calling my grandfather bipolar. I've been calling him other names before that. Maybe that was wrong. But see, for me, it's hard to recognize bipolar when I see it, because, like, I mean, they say it's the one that you're like a light switch. Well, guess what? They're not usually like that. I remember a time when, like, I was much more younger and much more innocent, that they never seemed bipolar. I mean, sure, sometimes I seemed off, you know, but they didn't seem bipolar. But now, like, I've got them so riled up. I got the one man who said he'd never kick me out or take me to a mental hospital say he's going to kick me out and take me to a mental hospital. All right? You know what? Fuck it with just my parents on the ones who failed me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right. When I say it like... Listen, I'll redact that statement, all right? I really do want to have an open, genuine, honest relation with my family. It's just the communication that has been between us. Like, when I was, like, going to rehab, I told him, like, we can't talk like this. It won't work or happen. And I should have stood my ground at some point and actually cut them out before this point, because it's absolutely ridiculous. The only reason I have not achieved anything yet so far is because like my family believes that by screaming at me first thing in the morning, you know, just wake up yelling, and like not even in a good way, not even in like, oh, gotta get up in the morning type of fucking shit. I mean like you're here to raise hell and you're trying to make my life a living hell just because you feel like it should be, even though like God is with me. Believe it or not, the reason why things are wrong with my life is because of, like, the situation that humanity finds itself in. You dubious little creatures. If only you could expand your vision, which you all can. I know y'all can. It's very funny to me how y'all have gotten such closed minds. It seems. From the ones who close them off from the world. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's some philosophy. Like, for fuck's sakes, like, that, was that Plato? I wouldn't be surprised if he was there. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Shit. I'm pretty sure I've had confirmation from the angels are telling me that, yeah, you're correct, it's Plato. The Plato, you know that, what, there was, you know, Socrates, Aristotle. I like to think of myself as them, but young. I ain't going to a fucking college. Expect me to put myself in debt just so they can, what? Teach me high school, but harder? Not gonna do it. I remember in grade school, the only, like, I remember it was hammered in that the only reason why they want you to go to college is to see that you can get a college degree. That was the main reason. Like, if you go to college, because I remember it was because I asked the question. Pretty sure it was. Sounds about right. I'm like, yeah. And I remember just fucking along the lines of like, well, shit. So, like, everyone tells me, you know, when you go to college, like, you gotta know what you do. But, like, I don't know what to do. And, like, what if I want to take all the classes? And, like, that you'd have to pay a lot of money for. And, like, I said, my family has been poor, you know, since we came over here. And, like, we're finally doing better for ourselves. Because, like, I don't know. Seems like we had a lot better life, my family, in prior years. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Today is, like, awesome. Actually, believe it or not, it is. Yeah. Way more fucking cool than, like, anything that, like, our ancestors had to deal with. It's the people that the humans, the decadent heathens, that number this earth too many, all right? Listen, if you don't agree with me, you're the person who needs to watch me. And, well, I don't know what I'll be doing to, like, make you agree and change your mind. But I'll talk to God and meditate and reflect. Maybe I'll even come up with something. But I've been rambling way too much. And I've been showing y'all what happens when you have a man in Gnosis interacting with the world. Exercise your own free will as much as you possibly can. God loves it when you do that. I don't think a lot of other things have free will. Well, you know what? All right. I don't know. I wonder if this leopard gecko, it's an albino leopard gecko, and I wonder if it has free will, because I've heard this thing fucking scream before. It's only screamed twice. It's made some pretty loud chirps. But, like, I was told this one had a attitude when I bought it at Petco. And, yeah. I'll, you know what? I haven't heard her do it in, like a week or so, but maybe I'll have to set up a camera right next to my leopard gecko just to wait for when she screams, because, I don't know. I gotta capture it. Because, like, when you watch one of these things poop, or especially hearing it scream, it feels like you've been blessed with, like, good luck. I had a bunch of rocks in her enclosure, and I took them out because, like, these are way too big for her to bite and, like, actually eat, but she kept biting them, and, like, I heard her teeth grind and scrape on this rock. And do y'all know what that means? It means that yeah, that's right. I said November 24th was a very important day. That's right. I did say that. Wow, 1/14/20. Blessed be the timing. I told y'all I'm in Gnosis. 1/14/20. It happened. Anyways, yeah, even my leopard gecko is armoring her fists and razoring her spears. It'd be cool to see her armor her fist, but her gimpy leg healed up. Before I go, will give you a prophecy in music. Thou must listen to Haunt, the entire discography. Enjoy it. Start with Luminous Eyes, the debut EP from 2017, and listen all the way until Ignite, their latest album. That one came out on Trevor William Church's birthday, so it's a special one and a really good album. I love that album. It's awesome. And await their next album, Setting Course. It's cool, real cool. I saw the album cover. It's a dude on a boat, and he's paddling it with oars to a giant skull mountain. I'm gonna be honest, the album cover itself is actually pretty weak. Like, it kind of just looks like a sticker. It was like a, you know, weird sticker pack you found and you just kind of like put it on there. But like, the artwork cover is good. It's just the shadows look off. That's the only thing I'd change, because like, the album cover needs to stay the album cover. Just fix the shadows. They're too heavy, way too heavy. But yet again, it's supposed to be dark and foreboding, so I actually like that it has, you know, fucking like shadows that are uncomfortably dark on it. That ain't a shadow at that point. That's a diamond. You know what I'm saying? But yet again, I've been around to see things that are uncomfortably dark. And like, it's just a part of life. There's nothing wrong with it, you know? Don't get why just because you walk around at nighttime, all of a sudden people think it's invitation for jackassery. Or, you know what kind I'm talking about. Sometimes people only have a problem because it's the middle of the night. Don't even know where I'm going with that one. Just they're telling me I should have ended it in 15 minutes from now, or 15 minutes ago. I wish I could have given a stronger ending to this video, but this is an excellent YouTube video, and I am most satisfied with my child's work. May peace be upon you.